Hi, this is Katrine with FitKat Fitness. Today I have a nice cool down routine for you. Awesome stretches. So let's just start on your hands and knees. And we're pushing our hips to our right side as we're looking over our left. Feel the stretch through your outer thighs and shift to the other side. If you have a lot of time, you can hold the stretches a little longer though. One more to the other side. And again, switch for the second time. And then from here, we're stepping forward with our right leg. Both hands together, rotate to your right side. Oops, make sure the knee is above your ankle. And this is a nice stretch for your hip flexor. Push your left hand into your right. And come back forward, take your arms up overhead and lean to your right side. And slowly back forward. And take your hands down. And we straighten through our legs. Push back into that back heel. And slowly back down. Take your right leg forward, draw your toes in. This is an awesome stretch through your calf, behind the knee and into your lower hamstring. And then from here, tuck your left toe under. We are going into a pigeon stretch. Take your right knee forward. Keep your arms nice and straight first. And kind of focus on your breathing and let your muscles lengthen after a good workout. And slowly bend your elbows and wrap your whole upper body over your front leg. Let it melt. And you can have your arms forward if you like. And we're taking our hands back to our knee. And we're stepping back into a plank. Step forward with your left foot. Drop your right knee down to the ground. Palms go together and you rotate to your left side. Push your right hand a little into your left to rotate. You're opening the hip flexor on the right side. And slowly back forward. Arms go overhead now and then you're leaning all the way to your left side. And again, the stretches through your hip flexor, but also to the side of your torso. The whole side of the hip. And we're taking our hands down. And we're straightening your leg. Both legs here, push into that back heel. And then drop this knee back down. And you straighten through the front leg. Draw your toes in. Very important to feel it all in the back here. And breathing is important to really achieve the lengthening of your muscles. Place your hands down and come into a plank to take your knee forward into a pigeon stretch. I always start with arms straight, nice and upright. And the kneecap is facing down. And you can slide your hand forward and let your upper body melt over your front leg. Focus on your breathing. And then slide your hands back. And we're placing our whole body down to the ground. Slide your arms in front of you, have your shoulders above your elbows, and lift your forearms off the ground into a nice cobra. Shoulders not up here, but nice and low away from your ears. And then slowly back down. Place your hands by your chest and you're moving into a down dog. Walk your hands back a little bit, pike your behind to the sky, and we're pressing the right heel down and lifting our left heel off the ground. Get your rib cage closer to your thigh. And switch your side. And press both heels down together. And we're walking our hands back to our feet. Place your hands on your shin and come up to a flat back. Look forward with a straight back. And interlace your forearms and let your upper body just hang out here. Relax through your shoulders, back, and spine. The spine, the neck, And round your shoulders. Nicely up from here, round your spine up. Shoulders, shoulder roll at the top. Always feels good. And we're going sideways on the mat into our pretzel stretch. So your legs are nice and straight and I'm lying on the side of the mat. Bend your bottom leg, grab the foot and bend your top knee and place it in front of your hip. If you can't reach here, you come a little forward here. This is a nice stretch also to the side of your hip here and your quads. And then we're going onto the other side. And again, start on the side of the mat here, a little bit back. Bend the bottom leg and the top knee goes, the bent knee in front of your hip. And draw your ear a little bit away from your shoulder. Focus on your breathing. And then from here we're going on our back into our spinal twist. Line up your heels with your sit bones. Take your right leg over your left. Take both legs all the way to your left and your right arm goes into goalpost. You can place your hand on your knee to take your knee a little further. When you're done with your spinal twist, keep your knees in place and take them over to the other side. And take your left arm next to your left ear. And you're feeling a nice opening and stretch to the front of the hip here. And now we're switching our side. Switch your feet out, left leg over right. Take your legs to your right side and take your left arm into goalpost. Your hand can be on your knee. Make sure you always focus on some relaxed breathing. Take your knees all the way over to your left side and your right arm goes next to your right ear. And from here we're coming into a lying butterfly stretch. Place the feet together, hold onto your ankles and draw your shoulder blades into the mat. Open up to your hips and inner thighs. Breathing is important. And from here we walk up to seated. Taking our legs a little wider, hands at your temple, and we're leaning with that right elbow into the right knee. And take your elbow to the sky. This one is a good one if you have back issues. And come on upright and switch your side. And come on up and place your hands on your legs and slide forward. Take your legs a little wider. Lean forward with a straight back, very important. Don't round the back here, and keep it nice and straight and come on upright. One more stretch for a hip opening. So one foot is placed in front of the other. Hold onto the front leg and lean forward with a straight back. You can place your elbows on your knees to bring them down a little lower, but the key is to have the back straight, not a rounded back, but a nice straight back. And come on back upright and switch your feet out. We're leaning forward again with that straight back. Always like to emphasize that. And we're sitting crisscross, taking our last one, arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, look up high. And exhale down. And this was our cool down. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, stretching is important. You want to give something back to your body.